Good evening, everybody. Hope everyone is keeping well on this very, very cold night. We are back with another live show. It is on to the strikers now. Top 5 worst, past or present. Let's see what people have come up with for tonight. And we've got the usual guests in. Mason, how are you keeping? How are you feeling?
Getting there. And I've had a tough few days, but I'm getting there.
Yeah, we're really just sorry here about the passing of the auntie. And we're all here for
No,
you.
we were expecting it to be honest. We were expecting it to be honest, but I've been tough. But we're getting there.
Yeah, welcome.
Again, we're really sorry to hear.
Cheers.
Yeah, really sorry to hear. Tony, great to see you on Sunday for the women's game. I saw you at halftime in the concourse. Again, what did you make of the game?
Hi, Pete. Nice seeing you, mate. Yeah, I mean, look, first half, it wasn't great, let's be honest. The midfield was terrible, wasn't it? I couldn't believe Alyssa Body was left on the bench, if I'm honest.
I was very surprised she was dropped to the bench. Yeah, very surprised she was put to the bench.
He's been terrific. But you know what? Yes, we did up it a little bit in the second half, but I still wasn't highly convinced by the way we were playing. And we got out of jail right at the end of the game, you know.
We did.
Southampton fan, Southampton might say that was a kick in the teeth to them, but you know what? At the end of the day, we grabbed a draw, which looked unlikely, to be honest with you. But, you know, we were attacking them. But I don't know. I just look at Becky Langley making some questionable decisions at the minute. And the feeling I got around me as well, there was some people around there not too happy with her and saying, you know, she's not really... is she really studying for these games and things like that? And it's like, yeah, look, the championship, it's a step up from what we've been in. You know, it's a huge step up.
It is.
And
it's a big step up, yeah.
You know, we didn't go into this season thinking, oh, yeah, we'll get promoted and all this. I was happy to stay if we consolidate in there. But the two worst teams at the moment, but obviously I think it's only the bottom one that goes down because we're Reading dropping out this season. That's why there's buys on all the games. Obviously it'll be Portsmouth, and Portsmouth look absolutely shocking. So, you know, I think we'll be safe in that league this year. But
yeah, we should be.
Maybe January, we maybe need to look at getting some players in and just see and push for it next season, maybe.
Good.
But Chippaz, again, we're only 4 points off the top, so it's not doom and gloom.
No, definitely not, Tony. Chippaz, good to see you again. How are you doing?
Aye, all good. It's obviously a bit cool. This 2 weeks. Obviously, I'm off now for 2 weeks at work, so had me rest day from the gym today. So get myself sorted, going back in the morning, get a mop chopped, I think, as well, and gone from there. Really.
Good enough. Cool. John will be joining us. He's just going to be a bit late. Unfortunately, his mum's in hospital at the moment, so hopefully his mum is okay, and his mum is gets better soon. So we're thinking of you, John. We'll see you on very, very shortly. But you know what to do, guys. If you enjoyed this show, please do remember to hit the thumbs up. It's really important we get the likes so people know where to find us in the search results on YouTube. Do smash the likes if you haven't already done so yet. Please, of course, if you are brand new to the channel, or if you're not yet subscribed and you enjoy what goes on the channel week in, week out, hit that subscribe button. Free to do so. It does help make the channel grow. Help us on the way to 2,300. 1 hour way to get there. Help us get there as soon as we can. Of course, Tony is streaming this to his channel as well. It's all black and white TV. So please go over and drop Tony's subscription as well. Of course, we are streaming, of course, to our Facebook page as well. And Tony is also streaming this on his Twitch as well. And hit the notification bell. That does let you know whenever a live show is taking place or a pre-recorded video has been uploaded. So if you do hit that bell to make sure you do not miss anything at all we bring out on this channel week in, week out. So hit that bell to make sure you keep all up to date with the content that we bring out for you. And if you like to give a donation, feel free to do so. And if you want to become a member, it's 99p. Hit the join button to become a member. If you are a member of the channel, you are put into a prize draw. If you do hit that join button, we'll just nip it some comments. Good evening, Pete. You well? Martin, good greeting from a cold, wet Kent. The snow must be really coming down there, Martin. Hi, lads. This is all his top 5, says Monty. He's got for Michael Owen, Josselou, Riviere, Slimani, Dumbia. There's hundreds. Yeah, there's a lot more as well. Are you stuck in the snow, Pete? No, it's we had a little bit this morning, but it's pretty much gone now. So, yeah. Good evening, David. Good evening, Julie. Yeah, come on, Wales, says David. I think Wales are winning at the moment now. Good evening, guys. Hope you're all well. Hope you keep well, Philip. Sorry to hear that, Mason. Of course, Jim Nut Mason, hard times, all the best.
Cheers.
Evening, bollocks to this when I get outside and get a sweat on, says Brian. Yep. John just saying hello. Good evening, Ian. Late change to my top 5 worst defenders. So he's got Carl Serrand in at number 3. And my top 5 worst defenders now is Babiaro, Kachapa, Serrand, Boomsong, Marcelino. Yeah. Is Joe Linton count? Lol says, well, that's a good question.
Because he was a striker.
He wasn't. Yes,
When
absolutely.
he came, he originally came as a striker because this was the philosophy from our previous owner. Mm-hmm. He thought spending £43 million on Joe Linton was that he'd come in, he'd be a striker, he'd bang in 20 odd goals in that season, and then someone like a Man City would come in the season after and say, we'll give you 80, 90 million quid for him. Bang, quick profit. That's what he was hoping for, but it backfired. But now we're seeing the rewards because I always knew when he came in, he was never a striker. I always said he's more of a left-sided player, but not a striker.
Yeah, that's it. Absolutely. And look what we're seeing now.
Chippaz, man.
Oh, God. Well, very snow, Pete. We are on the right beat we are right on the beach overlooking France, says Martin. Wow. Savage, Monty. This is our Archer's worst place. He's gone for Nile Ranger, Riviere, Sibierski, Mark Viduka, and Michael Chopra plus Cisco. Interesting choices there.
I tell you what, I disagree with Sibierski because I thought Sibierski done all right for us considering he was on a free and I thought he'd done okay. So about Sibierski, I didn't think he was that bad, if I'm honest.
It was okay. Wasn't the greatest, I would say.
So, no, but for what he was all right. He did all right for us.
Yeah, interesting ones. Well, we'll go into them then. Again, we'll dive into the ones that no, some are going to be the same, and that's totally fine. Right, we'll start with one of Tony's actually, because Tony's 5 are completely different to ours.
Yeah,
he's come up with some cracking ones actually. But we'll
have colour TV. Did they have colour TV for Tony's?
Shut up, Chippaz. Not that fucking old, you know. Not as old as Galland.
Oh God, he's a fucking.
Anyway, let's start with yours, there, Tony. First one. This is your first one. We'll put up for you. This guy. Oh, wait a minute. No, wrong one. That was on the Chippaz.
Oh,
there we are. Billy Whitehurst.
Okay.
Yeah. Look, to be honest with you, he was pretty piss poor. Obviously, he's 65 years of age now. But yeah, he was pretty piss poor, let's be honest. Not a great striker, you know. He played for us from 1985 to 86, 28 appearances, and he got 7 goals, but to be honest, didn't really set the world alight. And he had a spat with us, with the fans as well, you know, which obviously signalled the end of him being on Newcastle. But he then went to Oxford United in 86. But I mean, I can't remember what the spat was over now, but I can remember him having a go at us fans, and we weren't happy. You know, so yeah, I think it was the best thing to move him on. He wasn't great, let's be honest. He was pretty piss poor from what I remember.
Fair enough, yeah.
And I was only like 13 years of age at the time, so yeah.
Oh, bloody hell, Tony. John is here. You okay, John?
Hi, John.
To Pete, Sam, Mason.
Hi, John.
Tony, right, lads.
Hope your mum's okay, matey.
Thanks very much indeed. Yeah, she's in hospital at the minute, like, and still waiting for reports as well. And you know, so as soon as I know they'll let you guys know. And thanks so much in the group chat as well, guys. I really appreciate that as well. And for you support from Mum, and but hopefully things will be okay. I can see a couple of comments coming through. Thanks so much indeed, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. Just read through these ones quickly. Sibieski did pretty decent. Just Sibieski was a midfielder. I think it was more of a forward. For number 5, For number 5, Lawrence went with Cisco. Since my company owns 50% of I'm a Celebrity, fancy doing the jungle next year to eat this ball. To be honest, I actually have been caught up with it so far. Do you know what? That KG Barry absolutely smashed that trial yesterday, to be fair to him.
No,
but that's the only thing she smashed before.
Can I just come out and say well done to the ex-Irish boxer who came out yesterday?
Oh yes, Barry.
Barry McGuigan.
Apparently, yes. Announced he came out and said how he broke down because his daughter had cancer and she was only 33. Very sad. Good evening. Philip says, wishing you all the best as well.
Thanks, Philip, mate.
And all okay.
Yes. Sibierski played as a centre midfielder, attacking midfielder, and playing 3 different positions. To be honest, I thought Sibierski was okay. I didn't think he was that bad, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think it's
decent. Ranger for Duca, Gavin Harris. And you remember Gary Megson?
Wasn't he a midfielder or defender?
Thanks, David.
You probably missed my first one just on screen there, John, but I went for Billy Whitehurst.
Yeah.
He was terrible, wasn't he, John?
Didn't look that good at all, mate. Didn't look that great. When it comes to a big club, right, you got to be thick-skinned. And for a big guy, I don't think he made it, mate. I just didn't
my camera froze again. Be right back, guys.
No problem. Yeah, it's just saying, Tony. I mean, look, I didn't rate this guy, to be fair. I mean, look, he's got everything attributes to be a centre forward, let's be real. But for me, I just didn't think it was good enough for Newcastle, unfortunately. I really want that lad to do well, and it hasn't worked out for him.
Nah, John, you're talking as if you still play, as if you've just sold him. Was 30 years ago.
I know, but
30 years ago, sorry.
Not for me.
But no, I don't think he. I don't think he was that great, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Not for me.
Right, we'll get to the Yost Chippers, which I put on first by mistake. So Chippers taking away with this one.
The one.
Is that fucking Portland?
No. It's Frank Pingle.
Is that Frank Pingle?
Frank Pingle.
I mean, I was just a baby at the time, so I didn't know who he was. But then, of course, when literally you grow up and you hear people mention the name Frank Pingle on podcasts, and so you have to go and have a look at these people. And Donnie a little better than me, but I had to have a look at these stats and had to research them and had to watch videos of him. And my God, he came with this massive reputation of. Was Sweeney came from on this with his mate?
Yeah, it was.
And he came from the Sweeney era where they had like Thomas Brolin and everything, and you like the really good players, and you thought, oh, tasty, you know. And unfortunately, he turned out very untasty. He was like an out-of-date ready meal. It was something like you would just chuck in the bin. 1 goal for us in his time here, which sums it all up. Just haircut as well, pretty much summed it all up. That's how bad he was. Just woeful. Had the mobility of a scooter. He literally had nothing. He couldn't trap cement, as the saying goes. So, for that reason, if you only score 1 goal in your career as a striker, you've got to go on this list, unfortunately.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yeah, he was poor, Frank Pingle. I remember him. He was really poor. It was just like, very bad.
Totally, he didn't settle in at all, mate. That's the thing. I mean, he came with Bjorn Christensen as well, didn't he? So, and Pingle's common as a reputation as a goal scorer, but it just hasn't quite worked out for that guy. And when Mick Quinn came in, wow, he was a different kettle of fish.
Absolutely.
Benny Christensen was the better of the two. He was great. I liked him.
100%.
Leeds FC says, what do you think of a goal it made in Toon?
On Sunday.
Rolly, good evening. Good to see you. You're
Rolly.
really with Billy Whitehair's hard as nails, and I wouldn't dare tell him he was bad, says he says. Good to know for the bonus today. Surely Alan Smith will be high in this list, signed as a striker for 6 million. Yeah,
Not
we
necessarily
played him
because he
over
played
the
in midfield as well, so it's kind of
He
like
did. Yeah, absolutely. I bet Tony Correa and Newcastle United players spent more time in the bookies than the pitch. Manuel Riviere was shocking, says Rolly. Givosh and Anderson spring to mind. Russian Bonds as well past their prime.
Yeah, they were.
Right then, we'll go with one of mine because I've got some that are different than there was. Right, I'm going to get this guy up on screen because I think he has to go in there for me. This man here. Yes.
oh god, the rapper thinks he's a gang member.
Yeah.
The wannabe gangster.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, starved off in the championship for his professional career in the championship for us under Chris Hughton. Scored a couple of goals. But then he just didn't play much in the season after that. I don't think he played after the season we finished 5th. Made some appearances in the 2012-2013 season. That's when his career started to go totally downhill.
I came on in that game against Arsenal when we drew 4-4, Pete, and he did it. He made a bit of a difference, but obviously he didn't score in that game. But,
No.
But he did help us out in that game. But most of his appearances came off the bench.
Didn't he go on more to Coventry as well when he was here at the end of his time here, sort of his last season or something?
Yeah, he's at Kettering now, Kettering Town.
Well, it just shows his
career.
career.
He scored. You not seen that? You not seen him score against Southampton a couple of weeks ago in the cup?
No, I didn't. No.
He probably is on Kettering as well, to be honest.
But he scored. He scored just before, just at the start of extra time against Southampton. And I thought, fucking hell.
But his career just totally went.
But we've got a dirty bastard next to me. Do you know that?
I'm scratching me back because it was this. Me back.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
I'm scratching me back.
But yeah, this is where 2012-2013 season his career started to go way downhill. For me, of course, getting involved with gangsters. Apparently was accused of rape, was another one. Oh, and this one that really, really pissed a lot of fans off. That time when we got beat off Reading 2-1, who comes out and slates all the fan base to say it right. If you're going to boo, don't come back. Well, I'm sorry, like, who does he think he is? As if he thinks he owned the club at the time.
I'm not being funny, right, Pete? I went to the Brighton game, right, where we got lost 2-0 under an apology in an early kickoff game, right?
As well.
He was awful. It was him, and I think it might have been Sammy Amiobi, right? Came up to us and did a dance right in front of us. and I'm thinking to myself, and I said to myself, look, lads, get yourself away, right? Get in the dressing room. We don't want to see your stupid dancing, yeah? You lost the game, and they come out and do that. But going back to now Ranger, right, I think he had a talent, but it was a flawed talent because this guy, right, he would, like you said, guys, he wanted to be a gangster sort of thing, you know what I mean? And unfortunately, he's been in the news around reasons, right? Any other manager, apart from Chris Hughton, right? I tell you something now, and I tell you for a fact, he'd be gone. Do you know what I mean? He had it all, but he just didn't show it enough for us. That is the problem. Yeah.
No.
That is the thing.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Hello, Billy.
I'm sorry, but I had to laugh at John saying that him and Sammy Obi came and danced in front of us.
But yeah, I mean, and how I don't know how Ranger coming out the cheek to say, right, if you're going to boo, don't come back. Well, I'm sorry if we've lost a game against a promoted side 2-1, letting Adam Lafondra score 2 goals and we lose the game. No wonder the fans are going to boo that because it was a dreadful performance, which then got a famous person on YouTube as well, aka Brian, known as True Geordie.
Oh, his rants were class.
I thought you were going to say Paul Gallant there.
And this is right. Let's have a look at the Rangers' career. So, of course, he's after Newcastle, right? So he did have loan spells at Barnsley and Sheffield Wednesday. Right after us, he went to Swindon Town, which didn't last long. Blackpool lasted a couple of years, not even that. Southend United for a couple of years. Again, was gone after that. Spalding United for sounds like doesn't even a year. Southend United made one appearance. His career didn't last long as theirs. Same as Spalding United. Boreham Town didn't make an appearance. Didn't last from 21 to 2022. And playing at Kettering Town hasn't scored a goal yet, and he's yet to make an appearance in the league for them.
Pete,
Did I score against?
He
scored against.
Well, not. I mean,
Did he
no
score in the
league
FA
goals,
Cup,
no.
Pete?
Well, I know the FA Cup, but no league goals. I know I said no league goals at the moment.
Is there
You know
not a
what it is,
Carling
right?
Cup as well?
He's only 33. The guy's only 33 years of age. I think he's wasted now. Like,
Well, it's in a way.
it's his own fault, Pete.
Well, I was going to say, Tony, it's his own fault what he's been getting into. He's completely thrown his career away.
Oh, definitely has, Pete. He's definitely thrown his career away, and at the end of the day, it's his own downfall. He had the world at his feet, and he totally pissed it up the wall, basically.
Mm-hmm.
He did an interview a few weeks ago when he first signed for Kettering. He said, about how he's wasted his career, and he said he wants that one more chance in football. And added like one league off the last, like three leagues off League Two. But I think look at where he is now because of what's happened. But he's admitted he's done wrong. He's admitted in that interview he's done wrong, and said he wants to have one more chance in football at 33, which is understandable. Understandable a little bit, but yeah, it's too late in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm up to with these comments. We'll probably put Givosh and Rush in my top 5. I was old enough to see them play for us. Now, Ranger, absolute gangster, oxygen thief, stealing a living. The Power Ranger just scored in the FA Cup chances he scored against us in the third round. Nile Ranger, waste of oxygen, that one. George Mavis Riley was terrible, along with Tony Cunningham. Ranger, he's still playing. Isn't he doing okay? Changed his ways. Well, he could be trying to, but he could have had a better career. Actually, I have Rangers number 4 on my list, mainly because of his attitude of the pitch, especially that tweet after the defeat to Reading. Watched Ranger against Cardiff City, and he was superb, such a waste of talent. That's it, Kettering doing okay. Ranger did score v Coventry in the Championship, but his loan spells for Barnsley and Sheffield Wednesday yesterday was the start of True Geordie's football videos. It was. Could have been a great player. He could have been. Even mentioned Brighton in his first round about him referring to that defeat to them. Well, Paddy Guardiola's agreed to stay at City for one more season. Interesting.
Wow.
30 million more for one season. Toon Fad, hello, hope you're well. Was Reading's first away win of the season as well. Left us the only side in the top 5 league wins without a league away until we beat Villa 10 days later. Julie's gone for a 1. Darren Huckabee, he wasn't that great as well.
Pete, he works at hospitality now at Norwich City. That'd be another one I could do one day. You never know.
Well, interesting.
Jesus,
Okay. We'll go into another one. We'll go with the ones that some have picked, which are the same, which is fair enough.
John, you should try Blythe Spartans hospitality.
That's what, mate.
You should try the Blythe Spartans hospitality.
I should.
Chippaz, have you seen the state of it?
I've been doing gates.
Oh,
What's it like, Sam? What's it like in Blythe hospitality? Is it right?
I don't know. I've never had before. That's why I'm saying you should get it.
No. I'm definitely going to do Gateshead next year. Definitely do Gateshead one that I've been told by. Go and do it. Go for it.
Oh, Phillips.
Yeah, whatever you were doing, by the way, Chippaz, whatever you were doing round when you said you were scratching your back, as long as you don't do a Joachim Low.
Oh
God!
I do that.
Phillips gone for
scratching and sniffing. Scratch and snip.
Oh God, I didn't get me started with that.
Can you imagine him being a manager in the Premier League, scratch and sniff?
Oh Jesus! Philip's gone for Giuseppe Rossi. Don't think
you can't really judge him because Rossi's been a fantastic player where he's been. When he didn't work out.
Even at Man U, John, even at Man U.
The thing is, though, right? I mean, he had the talent. He's definitely had the talent, but he's doing brilliant for Fiorentina. Brilliant for Fiorentina.
I mean, is he still playing for?
How
he's not playing now. Oh well, he didn't make many. See, he had 11 appearances for us, but didn't score a goal apart from the FA Cup.
FA Cup wasn't against Portsmouth or something.
Portsmouth, it was. Yeah. Okay, we'll go on to another one, and this is the one that you and Mason Mason and Chippaz have picked. So we'll put this one on the screen, and we'll Mason can take it away first with this one.
What a heap of shit. Fucking hell. And he only made 3 appearances as well, just shows you. Fuck off, Chippaz. His every course that's fucking gone. What a heap of shit. When they first came, I was up with, but I was shocked when he was absolutely freaking useless. He was. He's luckily enough now he's retired. He's been retired for 3 years, and he's only 36. So it shows you how shite he was.
I think he only made 1 appearance for us, didn't he? And that was against Leicester City.
He only played 1 game.
He was at Basel.
Because if he made more than any more appearances, he would have activated a permanent contract because it was a loan deal. But we were that stupid in our agreements that if we put in if he played more than 1 game for in the league, he would have had to stay permanently.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just shocking. I mean, if you look at him now, you can't even tell how old he is. He's like over 3 months. You didn't know how old he was. And when he was on the pitch for the limited time he was at Newcastle, he did nothing. So,
well. Good evening, Crane. Well, apparently was a pointless signing by Charlie.
Since he left us, he was at Basel for a season on loan. Sporting for a season on loan. Girona, Sion, and Hamrun Spartans in Malta in 2021. He's retired, and that was his last club, and he's retired since 2021.
No, all of them.
I see that name on the chart.
Yeah,
look at that Ian. I see it.
Did you mention Andre Sanderson? Yeah, well, one of us could have him.
No,
I didn't get him those to show have. Oh, yeah, you've got to. Have you hit the bell notification, Wacky? Could have played Dumby in there, but he only played 3 games for him when McLaren played Riviera over him. And I've heard sincere things about his attitude. Played beat Chelsea and Stoke as well. My notifications working fine for a change, says Julie. Was excited when we signed him as well. Cole was a canny basketball player. I think Cole was just riddled with injuries, I thought.
He bottled it.
Oh, man.
Luke de Jong, well, and that could be another
Pete's
one.
Bottled it, haven't you, Pete?
Well, this is a show about disgusting strikers, not about you know who.
He's disgusting, anyways.
Okay, so we'll go into We'll go into another one of Tony's.
Sorry.
Right. Next one, we'll go into another one of Tony's. So Tony's gone for this player.
Tony Cunningham.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
yeah. He's from Kingston Town in Jamaica. 47 games for us between 1985 and 87. Scored 4 goals. Signed by Jackie Charlton. But look, I mean, his nickname was the Slug because he was that bloody slow. He was awful. He was terrible. We signed him from Man City. But But yeah, he wasn't a great striker. Let's be honest, he was a heap of crap. And then obviously he went on after us. He went to Blackpool, Bury, Bolton Wanderers, Rotherham, Doncaster, Wickham, and then Gainsborough, Trinity. But he didn't make any appearances or anything at Gainsborough, Trinity. But yeah, I mean, look, not the greatest player in the world. And after once his retirement came, he lives and works as a solicitor in Lincoln, so that's where he is now, apparently. But yeah, I mean, look, didn't have the greatest scoring record. I mean, 495 career appearances and 116 goals hardly sets him light as a prolific striker. But yeah, I remember him well, and he was never that great. He was very, very slow on the pitch. Awful player.
Julie says, Colco forgot about him. I think Colco was just riddled with injuries. We had so many poor strikers, yet we did.
Tony, have you got Justin Fashanu on the list? Because he played for us for one game, didn't he?
Tigers
a reserve game, wasn't it? I was at that game when he played. Bless his soul, he's died now, like, bless him. But yeah.
Tigers gone for take the first 4 months when joined away. Papi Cisse after that was a donkey. It did start to go downhill for Cisse as well, didn't it?
The thing is though, right, with Cisse. The thing is though, Cisse, right? I mean, look, when he first came for first half of the season, right? I thought that guy was brilliant. What was he 16 goals and that's half the season? Can you imagine if you brought the guy beginning of the season, right? I tell you what, we would have probably fighting for the flip. You probably laugh at this. We probably fought for the title. You know what I mean? But here scores, guess us wins. We could have fought for the title. Top 4, yes. Title, yes.
Yeah, but we finished 5th that season, didn't we?
We finished 5th that season. But what I'm saying is, if he came earlier, right, and scored the goals, he would have got back 30 plus goals in that season. That game, can you remember that game, Pete, guys, against Swansea? We won 3-1. That's the best football, Tony, I've ever seen. Papi Cisse,
fuck's sake, man,
ripped them apart. Tony, can you remember that?
Man.
Tony?
Yes, is that the one down at the Liberty, John?
Yeah.
2-0, man.
2-0. The 2-0 win, you mean, John?
Cisse scored both of them, I think.
Who scored, Sam?
Cisse scored both of them.
Scored both of them.
Yeah.
I was down there at the Liberty. That was on Good Friday.
It was. Yeah. And Ben Arthur was magnificent as well. Denver Bar was class as well. I didn't think he scored, but I tell you what, he caused all sorts of problems. Swansea just couldn't live with us that day. It could have been more goals, by the way.
Yeah.
Took me 8.5 hours to get down there by car.
Julie says Daniel Cordoni, another one. Tigers got for Chris Wood, Albert Luque, Owen Riviere, Gale, all shite. Gale was good for the championship.
Hang on, Luque is a legend because he scored the 4th goal against the Macums and wrapped it up. So, you know, anyone who scores against the Macums, you know, they're
Ron says, ask Tony to sing the song we sang for Tony Cunningham.
Fucking hell, that was years ago. I can't remember the bloody song now, but I think I know the one you're on about if I remember. But I can't really remember it offhand.
Do you think some players can't cope with the pressure turn its life in a goldfish bowl of that and Ted's just start the game up there? Yeah, I agree, Wacky. Some of them can't compete with.
That's what Gina said to me.
Yep. Givosh, another one. Yep, that's a good one. John Dal Thomas, and that's a good one. Phillips mentioned we actually haven't got him in there. But that's a good one you picked.
Look at the career he had when you look at the career he's had. He's won everything, though, so you can't really put him on.
Yeah, good evening, Coffee. Hope you're keeping well.
Maybe John Dal Thomason come to us at the wrong time.
Absolutely.
Oh, Tiger's gone.
He went to Philly Real, didn't he? And then he went to AC Milan. He's won a lot.
Yeah.
Tiger says he put Amiobi on the list as well. Don't care if people have a soft spot.
I would if he didn't score against Sunderland.
What, the Mackham Slayer? You can't put him in there.
Well,
not the Mackham Slayer.
Okay then. Okay,
he only scored, was it 50 goals in 300 games or something? Jesus wept.
Right, we'll go for another one that has been chosen by me, John, and Chippaz, and we're going for this guy next. This one, who was absolutely god-awful. You starter, John. It's this man.
Hey.
The Cisco kid.
Yeah.
Let's be real. I tell you what, he doesn't go nightclubbing. He cannot dance the toffee, right? I tell you what, maybe we could get Taylor Swift to teach him some dancing moves, man. You know what I mean? Get Taylor Swift on. But nah, listen, that guy was woeful. And the worst about him, Pete, right? He fleeced the club as well. Do you know what I mean? Because he knew he wasn't going to get 50k a week elsewhere. Do you know what I mean? For me, I would just say, look, it hasn't worked out. I would go back to Spain, right? Just sell us for like a reasonable price, yeah, and I'll just create a move from Spain. His English is good, but I'll tell you something now. He was absolutely woeful. And when he came on the pitch on the first game, right? Normally we give our strikers a fantastic reception. Because it's a Dennis Rice signing, not a Keegan signing, it was lukewarm. And I felt sorry for the lad because it wasn't his fault. It's not his fault that he came to Newcastle. I get that. But at the end of the day, I've never heard of this guy. I've never heard of this guy. None of you guys know him. The chat's never heard of this guy. Yeah. But we knew this guy was not going to make it. And it's been proved. Awful signing. Very poor player.
I mean, Chip, as John just said it, it was a player bought by Keegan's back.
Yeah, you know, it's quite sad that Mike actually trusted Dennis Wise with money, not Kevin Keegan. The fact that this player was saying watching YouTube clips like Natural Collars was, summed up how clueless Dennis Wise was in the job, and that literally he didn't know what he was doing, and the fact Mike letting him do it, it was absolutely pathetic. It was embarrassing that we literally went and did that, and like I said, it's embarrassing to more thing and trusted Dennis Wise more to get Chippaz than did Kevin Keegan, who probably got anybody he wanted if you'd given the money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I read Tony Cunningham didn't mind the song as he said it would treat him well, but it's deemed as racist now, says Ronald. Okay. Would you put Hostler on the list?
Quinn had Quantmy wrist.
Would you put Hostler on the list? Did we not play to his strengths, or did he join us at the wrong time, says Cole? Yeah, good point. None of us have got him actually. So let's all have a Cisco. Good.
Pete. Sorry to cut in, right? I mean, when he left Newcastle, he went to Cordoba, right? He had 95 appearances and scored 30 goals in 3 seasons, right? Then he played for Osasuna, right, in La Liga. 600 appearances, 13 goals. But he's banging in the goals. The problem is, right, 9 appearances in a black and white shirt. That tells me everything I need to know about this guy. Seriously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, totally, absolutely. Hossu joined us at the wrong time. Fat Cockney bastard should never have sold him, says Julie. Champions League winner, yeah. To be fair, everything is deemed as racist or offensive now these days, says Wacky. Yeah, it can't be. I mean, that one that Bentaker's got banned for is a bit strange in my opinion. Even Son didn't mind it as well. It was actually 11 games for us. I think that was all Comso, says Lawrence.
Well, thanks, Lawrence.
Yeah, it was. Yep, totally. Okay, we'll go with another one, and another one that's been chosen by Mason and John this time. This is a very interesting one. I'll start with you on this one, John, and then I'll come to Mason. This guy.
Is that Facundo Ferreira?
It is, yes, Facundo Ferreira.
Yeah, listen, didn't kick the ball for us.
Didn't he kick a ball for?
Didn't kick the ball for us at all, right? I thought when he came to us, I thought, even on the season long, I thought it could be the striker can make a difference, yeah? 6'2", ready for the Premier League, right? Built for the Premier League, big and strong, got a good touch on him. The problem is it's not the first time we signed a player and hardly kicked the ball for us, yeah? We bought him because he was on shore, yeah? So I can't really judge him. But I still think he's a poor player. I judge him on that. But, guys, I'm not being funny, but why did we get him in the first place? Why? I don't understand it at all whatsoever. The question is, who signed him? Who recommended him to this guy, right? Tony, you might know this. Who recommended this guy to come to Newcastle United? Was it Graham Carr?
It probably wouldn't surprise me because he was in charge of the signings at the time. Oh, I was just going to let you guys know that Isak's goal for Sweden got disallowed. 6-0 up, but Isak's goal was unfortunately ruled out by VAR.
6-0 up. Who they playing? They're playing school.
Azerbaijan.
Oh, right. There's your answer.
Chris Wood for me. My God, he was shite for us. Yeah, he was. Couldn't put Ferreira in the team as he never played a first game for us. George Riley, although I will always remember his winning goal against Liverpool. My glory nutty schoolmates were good with me going on the boot about him. Niall Ranger, look how shite that kid was. For cup final tickets. Oh, yes, I remember that. Still a point of signing was supposedly not suited to the Premier League. Isak scored any of those 6. No, he didn't. Unfortunately, he did have the ball in the net, but VAR disallowed it.
Disallowed it.
John Boston, Ian Rush, and the Luke De Jong, Slimani, Kushi. Oh, Kushi's another one again. That's another one we haven't got. That's another one Archer's come up with there, Shefki Kuchi. When Steve Howie was a striker, yes, I do. Ferreira, another pointless addition, says Philip. Yep, it was. We'll actually go on to another one, chosen by Mason and John, and Mason can take it away with this one this time. This one just didn't work.
Just Paraguay are currently losing to Bolivia 1-0.
Wow.
And Miggy is playing on the left-hand side.
Right, this one. I'll start with you, Mason, and I'll come to John, because this one just never lived up to the expectations in Newcastle. That was this man.
Yeah. Obviously, would look where he is now, considering where he was 10 years ago for Newcastle. At the time, I thought, let's have a chance, him and Remy, but it didn't work out, unfortunately. Once we got rid of him, for some fucking reason, we're saying his brother.
See him, deal.
Yeah, look where. Since he left us, look where he's fucking been. PSV, Sevilla, Barca, back at PSV scoring goals. I mean, how the hell did that happen?
Well, if you remember though, we signed him after he had an ACL injury or something, didn't we? So it was his first. He hadn't played for a year when we signed him, so I'm thinking he more likely wasn't fit when we signed him.
Tiger says we need to sign up Gyökeres, link up with Isak, need to go all out, says Tiger.
We can't afford him, man. Wait, he won't come here.
I have Kuchi, but I'll reveal it when I have him on my list. I think you've actually put it in now. Would say for every 15 strikers, a team signs only probably will be a hit. That's just football. Anyone put Giuseppe Rossi in? No, it didn't actually. Imagine beating Argentina and losing to Bolivia. Have De Jong as number 3. Isn't it in Bolivia high altitude, isn't it? CM De Jong, well, yep. Well, he was more of a midfielder, CM De Jong. Goal machine in the Netherlands, but didn't think he did much in Spain, even if Barcelona signed him. CM De Jong didn't live up to his reputation, sadly, says Philip. No. Chippaz still has a crush for Ginola. Would you stick Pankra on the list? Well, Pankra was more of a midfielder. I remember that CM De Jong sitter against Villa back in December 2015. Yeah, I remember that one as well. We need to get someone who did it, because when Lewis and Chippaz hot on, we got trains, planes, and automobiles. I think he turned out for us for Borussia Mönchengladbach to play Champions League football, but scored an own goal as he lost their playoff to then. He went further in the Europa League team than them. We got Frank Pingle. Petey was poor. That was one of Chippaz's ones there, Ian. Oh, Philip's gone for Harewood.
Yeah, Marlon Harewood, yeah.
Only playing the Championship half a season. Oh, Tiger says Obafemi Martins. I thought Martins. I liked Obafemi Martins.
Remember the goal against Spurs?
Oh. Yeah. Anyone dare to stick Joe Linton on their list? No, I haven't actually. Sibieski, Viduka. I think you can class as another one again. We haven't got him.
Was overweight when he played for us.
Yeah, Harewood was decent for us. He wasn't too bad.
Although that season we went down the first time, 2009. Mm-hmm. We should have stayed up that season
Yeah, we should have in a way.
I think was it how if I can remember. I think it was Howard Webb was the referee. I might be wrong. We played Fulham at home, and I was because where my seat was right at the front, I was getting soaked by the fucking rain, but I would not move, and I didn't care about getting drenched. And I think we had 6 minutes of injury time as well. But Viduka scored and it was offside. And I remember watching Match of the Day back on the night time, and he wasn't even offside. It was actually onside. So had that goal stood, we would never have gone down because we would have stayed up by that point.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was Howard Webb, the ref, but I might not. I might be wrong.
I can't remember who it was. Obafemi Martin saw the sorts of iconic. Yeah. Oh, Ferguson. I thought, no, Ferguson was a cracking player. Duncan Ferguson.
Yeah.
J7 as a striker wasn't good, but as a midfield world class beat. Yep. Oh, Rondon or Perez says Tiger. No, I wouldn't put
Rondon
them in
was
the
all right.
I like Rondon.
Perez. What we needed at the time.
Perez started the season off slow, then would pick up. Good evening, Lee. Hope you're keeping well. Okay, we'll go into another one of Tony's. And this guy, Tony.
Yep. Is one Daniel Cordone. Yep. Or I'll give you his full name, Carlos Daniel Cordone. From Argentina. 50 years of age now he is. Anyway, yeah, I mean, look, he started off at Venice Sarsfield. And then went to Racing Club, and then obviously we signed him for £500,000. But if I remember, he didn't meet the expectations at Newcastle. And he only played for us for one season, but he got 3 goals against Derby, Tottenham, and Bradford. Bradford was in the League Cup, by the way. But he played 21 games, scored 2 goals, which was obviously Derby and Tottenham Hotspur in the Premier League. And then obviously we sent him packing back to Argentina. And then obviously from there he went to San Lorenzo. Then he went to Argentino de Mario, which is in the Metropolitan 4th Division. And then he signed Independiente Rivadavia, and they're in the 3rd Division. But obviously he's retired now. But yeah, look, I mean, he was pretty poor. For somebody who's played 261 games as a striker, and scored 78 goals. Again, another piss poor striker. He looked well out of his depth when he played for us, if I'm honest. And yeah, the least said about him, the better, because, you know, he was absolutely terrible. He was dog shit, let's be honest. Yes, he scored a couple of goals, but he was bloody poor. I didn't rate him at all. I was glad when we got rid of him.
Remember that Viduka disallowed goal, though glad we went down as the main, clearing the deadwood out, and how good the next few years were. Yeah, all that muppet, look at his hair. That hairdo is a crime. Surely that hair, Daniel Cordoli, is only 3 goals, 1 assist in 21 games in the 2000 and.
Did he not have a drug problem as well?
I'm not sure.
I'll say something, guys. So I go back to Daniel Cordoli, right? He came to us when he was 26, 27 years of age. Now, personally, you're going to buy a South American, you have to buy them quite young, not at that age. And I'll tell you for why, because it'd be too late to develop them. That's the problem. Do you know what I mean? The trouble is, right, I mean, it's all good and well buying those sort of players who does well in the Argentinian league, right, which is cool, right? He was good for Vélez Sarsfield, okay, Racing Club. But for me, we should have got him at an earlier age so they could develop this guy. But like you said, Todd, I thought he was really, really disappointed. He is very disappointed for me. But I knew it was going to work out for him. That's why he buggered off back to Argentina.
I know Wilson has been scoring the goals, but should he be on the list based on his injury record? No, I wouldn't say so.
I would say so.
No. Adam Armstrong says Tiger.
Yeah, that's the one. He didn't do it for us.
Yeah, just not. That's a good one. Okay, next one. And this is the one picked by both myself and Chippaz. Did you pick this one, John? I can't remember if I put your name in this one. I don't think you did. Actually, I'll just double check in, John, first.
Yeah, sure.
Actually, no, you didn't.
No.
But this is the one picked by myself and John, and it's this guy.
Oh, hey, Mr. Givosh.
Yeah, I'll start with this one. Yeah, Kenny Dalglish brought him in, thought he was going to be a great replacement for Les Ferdinand. Well, look how wrong that was completely. He was absolutely woeful, this kid. He was absolutely terrible. I mean, it's still annoying me to that day why we got someone like him in to replace Les Ferdinand. Oh, he was just absolutely terrible.
It's because he had a great World Cup for France, so didn't he? That's why we're signing him on the back of that.
Well, he had a great World Cup for France. He didn't score a goal. He didn't create any chances, so he didn't have any assists. But he had a great World Cup. Apparently, that's the only thing.
Only one league goal he scored for us.
That was only Liverpool. Against Liverpool, wasn't it? And then we sold him after 2 months.
Sold him to Rangers for $3.5 million.
Yeah, and then he left Rangers at the end of that season, so he had 3 clubs.
Ruud Gullit got immediate. Do you know what? Ruud Gullit immediately got rid of him.
Yeah,
he was awful.
I mean, another one people have mentioned in the chat, which, look, picking 5 is pretty difficult, to be honest with you. Not that it's difficult. I'm just saying that it's difficult because you've got to put 5 in your team. But I mean, look, there were so many I could have picked. Another one that a lot of people have mentioned in the chat, which I'm quite surprised that nobody mentioning. And this player signed from Scotland, and he had a reputation as a scoring machine. But when he came to us, he was dreadful. John Robertson from Hearts. Back there. And I've not seen anybody mention him in the chat. And he was dreadful. I just didn't rate him one bit. Yes, it's Scotland. It's a Mickey Mouse league. You can score what you like. Sorry. But yeah, other than that, when you come to the Premier League, well, it was the first division at the time. It's a totally different league.
Yeah, John's right. You got to get some South Americans early to mold them into what you want. Yeah, I know he wasn't our striker, but I think Ali Dia was probably the worst striker ever in the Premier League.
Hey, you play for my spawns, you idea.
What happened to that one then? What happened to that one? I mean,
Ali Dia played for Gateshead? Ali Dia played for Gateshead?
Really?
Armstrong was too young when he played for us, but he's proven Rafa right with his record at Southampton. Yep. Who says Tiger? That was Guy Varshard before. He made some good runs from the left, by the way.
And he missed the penalty as well, didn't he?
Oh, he missed a penalty for them?
Apparently.
Oh, just look at that Mexican kid, Santiago Munez. He came good against Fulham. Oh, Haris Vukic says, I think Vukic was more of an attacking midfielder, number 10.
Yeah, he was.
Any games, did he?
Armstrong, that's a name from the past. I used to shake his hand to Durham in the early 80s, little blonde sex man. I still feel we're missing names, but they're probably with us. Have been so bad, we're probably forgetting them. There'll be loads. Mark Viduka, yep. Never heard of John Robinson until now. Yeah, I can tell Tiger's just having a laugh at that one. If you'd have been through a lot of very mediocre players up on 2, no wonder you all drink, yeah. Shearer is the ultimate legend. Ian said, don't diss Mark Viduka, Julie. Why is that, Ian? Oh, interesting. Right, we'll go with another one. Another one that was picked by... We'll do another one of Tony's, because, again, it is all different. This one, Tony, very interesting one.
Yes, that is Paul Dalglish, the son of Kenny Dalglish. And obviously he was a striker as well. But again, he didn't live up to his dad's reputation, did he? Very, 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 very poor, I thought. Not great at all. 11 games, yes, he got 1 goal for us. But if I'm honest with you, I was a signing I was not impressed with at all. I thought he was really, really poor as a striker. And to be honest with you, obviously terrible. We just got rid of him. It's just terrible. There's nothing I can really say because, mean, yeah, he scored against Tranmere Rovers in the League Cup and Sheffield Wednesday in the league, but he then went off to Norwich City. But yeah, he was another one who was poor. And 206 career appearances and 22 goals shows you how shite he really, really was. Okay, for Scotland under 21s, he's 5 caps, 3 goals, but that's totally different. But yeah, and his most recent job was a manager at Miami FC until 2021. So yeah, but look, as a striker, no, he was really, really poor.
Very interesting one there, Tony. Yeah. Oh, I'm not surprised why you said you've got a soft spot for Viduka, Ian, ex-Celtic. Okay, then. Was a Bowman Dagley played for us unless he was sold to 999 or later. But
but let's be fair though, when Viduka came to Newcastle, he was overweight and on his way out.
Rush. Again, that has been mentioned in the chat, but none of us have picked him. But that has been mentioned in the chat. Well, Mr. One there, Ronald said, "I love the old Newcastle Brown sponsor with the Starts iconic." It was class, that one. Class kits they were. Ronald says Andy Hunt was canny bad.
Oh, Hunt, yeah, I remember him. Yeah, he came from Kettering Town.
Yes,
yes. Just going back to John Robertson, by the way, Pete and everybody. Just in case anybody's interested in knowing, when we signed him in 1988, he made 12 appearances for us and did not score a goal. Went back to Hearts. His first spell at Hearts, he had 203 appearances and 106 goals, which was a goal every 2 games. And when he went back to Hearts, 310 appearances and 108 goals.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, then. Did consider having Viduka as one of my top 5, says Lawrence. Oh, we're brewing in your Dr. Martin's wacky water combo. Interesting. That's a good one. Interesting one there. Okay, then. Another one that's been picked by Mason and John. We'll start with John on this one. This guy.
Oh, Slimani. Look. He was brilliant. He was brilliant for Sporting Lisbon. Right? Brilliant for Leicester. But this guy, he had more injuries than games. Let's be real. I think he scored against Arsenal as well, didn't he? He scored against Arsenal leveler.
Not for us. No, he set up the assist for Richie.
Oh, he did. Look, if he wasn't injured, right, and give him a full season, I'm not being funny, but give him a proper chance, I think Slimani would have been okay. But unfortunately, right, I'm not going to lie, but he's just not been good enough. I think, where's that guy who's a Sporting Lisbon form? I haven't seen it. Did he want to be at Newcastle United? Do you really want to be here? Did Rafa Houston right? I don't know, but one thing I'm going to say, I just think he's been very disappointed. I'm not going to come here and say that he's poor, but one of the worst, but very disappointed.
Yeah, got him from Leicester on loan. Just again,
Leicester celebrated.
His last game was against West Brom because for the last 3 games of the season, I thought I'll go and get myself suspended. I think
he not elbow Craig? He not elbow Craig Dawson.
He had a scruffle with him. He did something and he got found. He got charged by the FA.
Done something. I'm sure he done something.
It was against West Brom when we lost 1-0. And
I'm sure it was quick. If anybody in the chat knows, I'm sure it was Craig Dawson.
I think it was I think it was him, and he got suspended for it. Slimani yet another worth of signing. Yeah, holy shit, forgot about
playing him. Now, Pete.
Still playing now. Ooh,
he's 36 years of age. He's in Algeria. He's CR.
He's
Belouizdad.
He's back in Algeria. See who plays for these.
Yep.
And his value was 1.1 million.
Oh God, I'm not surprised.
I wouldn't give you 1 pence from them, mind a million.
Going to matches in the 80s and smelling the hops from the brewery. God, forgot even exists. Somebody was another one I could have had. Was exciting when we signed him in. To be fair, he did get involved over winners for Huddersfield and Arsenal, but he will remember for what he did to Dawson. Yep. Agree with John there. Wonder if he's related to Chico Slimani. It's Chico time.
Chico. Hey!
He's a nice type. We're brilliant. All standard proper cruncher tackles and no play acting. Real football. just another each
apparently Miggy scored for Paraguay. Apparently Miggy scored.
Has he scored for them? Michael, number one on the list, yet to Belland. Wait and find out, Julie, if he is. Didn't think he was on Rafa's shortlist, but we were so desperate for a striker was Craig Dawson. He did his final conduct on. It was the old shite we had in the championship.
Yeah.
Miggy scored for them, has he?
Wow.
Slimani, pepperoni Slimani shit, then Coochie with his belly flop. Chico's had a stroke. Oh, no, hope he's okay. Paul Robinson, another memorable launch. Yes, another one. Paul Robinson. Daryl Murphy was...
Why would you say Wackham?
Daryl Murphy was crap.
I'll tell you what, Dan Murphy was fine. I thought he did well for the championship.
Again, got riddled by injuries, I thought. Showed how desperate things were on Ashley that I was excited. I was excited he signed. Yep, Heaton Hunt full pelt. Worked at Paul Robinson's house. Nice blokes is wacky. Do you remember the parody Mike Ashley? I can't say he wanted salami, not Slimani. Oh God, yeah, remember. And Jim is in the chat as well. Okay.
Yeah, the goal from Almiron was a left-footed shot from the centre of the box. Assisted by Enciso.
Oh, there you are. Okay, then. We've got 3 left to go through.
But have you noticed he scored with his left foot yet again because he's got no right foot?
There you are. Okay, we'll go on to 3 left. So we'll do with the last one of your Tonys because the other 2 I've kept them as up there as the highest. So it's this. You've gone for this one, Tony.
Andreas Andersson, the Swede, with the Alice band. I mean, look, I remember when he came to us. And look, at the time, we thought, this guy could be decent because he looked a decent player at the time. But not for us, he wasn't. He came to us from Milan, where he had scored 1 goal in 13 games at Milan. But when he came to us in 1998, but he had glandular fever for several months and he struggled to regain any form. He played in the 98 Cup final, which we lost to Arsenal. But during his time with us, he's made 27 appearances and scored 4 goals. But let's be honest, he wasn't that great, to be honest with you.
Okay.
And then we sold him back. He went off to AIK, Gothenburg in Sweden, where he finished his career. But 210 appearances in 84 goals as a striker during his career. For Sweden, he wasn't even prolific either. In the 7 years for Sweden, 43 caps, 8 goals. Sweden under 21s, 3 caps, 3 goals, 1 goal every game. But I mean, that's the under 21s. But yeah, let's be honest, he wasn't that great with us. Like I say, we shipped him back off. But yeah, he come with this reputation of, being a great striker, but we didn't see it at Newcastle. And, I think the only thing that he tried to make himself look good with having that Alice band in and his wavy hair all over, but yeah, didn't cut it at all. So yeah,
forever.
Not as good as the Swede we have now.
Anderson was a goon, so shite. Well done, Craig Bellamy. Yeah, Wales have won by the looks of the Ashley days. Everyone got excited when they got extra wheelie bins at training ground. And by
now we have a super Swede, but Anderson was the turnip.
Yeah, just when £80 to go, me it's just £1 month, 80 quid. Speaking of Bellamy, would anyone have him on the list? No, scored goals for us. Oh, Covey's gone for Yoshinori Mutu.
Thing is, though, right? I mean, I think, my opinion, all right. I mean, disagree with 1 or 2 here, but I thought he was unlucky. He's got pace. I think under a different manager, if you'd given him another chance, I think he would have been all right with us. Do you know what I mean? Because
who's
he
that?
runs Mutu.
Didn't get a lot of games under Rafa, unfortunately, did he?
I tell you what, when he played against Man U, scored that second goal, yeah? He put us 2-0 up. We should have been 4 up at half time.
Yeah.
Should have done, but I think your son. Look, I like him. I do like him, but for some reason, why has it not been worked out? Why?
Yeah,
Didn't get enough opportunities for me. I'll go for him as well.
Gemma's nice helicopter server. It's a collection of planes he's got. Bellamy had a screw loose. He was chicken oriental. Oh, Tiger's gone for Mitrovic.
Yeah, he didn't do a lot for us, did he?
Mitrovic's got Julie said she would have Mitrovic back.
Yeah, maybe we have again. It could be the right player at the wrong time.
Anderson only played a handful of games for Milan. Mudu was unlucky, didn't get enough chances. Yoshinori Mudu sounds like a Japanese cardinal. Mudu, I think, would have been all right if Rafa stayed longer, but he didn't cut it at Ibor on loan as well. Darren Jackson apparently flopped at Newcastle according to Ronald.
And you
Darren Jackson, I remember him.
Okay, there's 2 left to go. Right, this one has been picked by me, Mason, John, and Chippaz. And I'm not surprised why a lot of us have picked this one. Who wants to go first with this guy?
Riviere. I've said a few players want to keep a shake, but this one, he only scored 1 goal and it came off his frigging leg.
QPR.
And that was against QPR. QPR, who were all but down that day.
Yes.
You know what, though, right? He had a good pre-season. He scored goals in pre-season, and you thought, hold on. And you saw the real Anthony Emmanuel Riviere in the league.
It was a total flop. Oh, and who put this? Oh, yes. Who remembers Steve McLaren starting this guy against Bournemouth when we lost 3-1?
Yeah.
Riviere up front.
That was sacking
I think that just shows McLaren was asking for the boot for that game. Yeah, I mean, he was just absolutely dreadful. Oh, well, I'm not surprised. He was was absolutely one of the poorest. 6 million was splashed out on the guy as well from Monaco, and it was just a terrible, terrible signing.
We paid 6 million quid for this guy. 6 million quid, right? We could have got flipping Lacazette, yeah? But we didn't. We've gone for this guy. It was 3rd choice, 4th choice, and we're going to get this guy, yeah? And people saying to us, I called everyone out on social media and said, this guy is woeful. But all these hipsters, right, on social media and say, give the guy a chance, yeah?
Well,
again, guys, again, I cooked them. I cooked a lot of them, yeah? I cooked a lot of them. And people celebrated when Riviere scored, yeah? I said, yeah, 1 goal in 37th attempt. How we? Come on. Not good enough. And another question is, who else is after him? Who else was after this guy? Because as far as I know, no one else wasn't after him.
Yeah. Chippaz.
Chippaz, man.
Love you.
Chippaz.
Fucking hipsters.
I mean, I have no words for somebody like that because he was bang awful, and it was just shocking that he was playing week in, week out, and you could see he wasn't good enough.
Dreadful, absolutely.
In fact, his only goal was against QPR, somebody or other.
Billy. Fuck's sake, Billy.
We were awful. We were awful that season. We probably deserved to go down.
I think we were very lucky.
No, sorry, I've got to get this up. Look at the name.
Good grief. Wait for us to do with trauma. We blocked so many plays out of our memory. So an old NUFC Bournemouth on Sky was weird to see Whitey and opposite dugout. Yep. Yeah, we can thank Eddie Howe for giving the Wally with the Brolly with a sack for that one. Riviere, my obvious one. Number 1 pick, absolutely woeful. His goal against QPR, total miss kick. Yep. Even says Julie was another one who forgot about. He ended his career playing for a country I've never heard of. That's definitely it.
Just a quick one, Pete. Right? I mean, off topic, yeah. Quickly. I could have done a hospitality vlog tonight. Bath City. I could have done that game. Finished fees each tonight. What a game!
Oh, interesting. Right, on to the last
one.
one.
Man U at some point.
You could do that, Mason. You could do that. You could do that. You could do that, mate.
No. I'm fine. You win Greater Manchester on Saturday, John. You win Greater Manchester on Saturday.
That was on Halloween. Manchester. Anyway, right, last one, and it's the one I've chosen. I'm surprised none of you's picked this one. Does anyone know who it could be? Anyone got an idea who this last one is going to be?
What, has nobody got him?
No, only me that's got him.
Only you that's got him, Pete. Hang on a minute. I'm just trying to think in your weird and wonderful ways. I think. Is it recent, Pete?
No, he left. I would say how many years ago? 15 years ago.
Michael Owen.
15 years ago. So what? We're going back to 2009.
John got it.
Michael Owen.
Got it. Yeah.
John got it.
Well,
Michael Owen.
Let's see if you were correct. It is.
He's got a face like a,
right.
He's got a face like a monk.
We got him from Liverpool. Sorry, no, we got him from Real Madrid. He left Liverpool to go to Real Madrid. Unfortunately, the grass wasn't greener for him. He didn't want to come. But the reason why he came to us because Liverpool weren't going to pay the money for him. This guy spent more times in the treatment room than being on the pitch. I remember the time he broke his foot. The first season he played for us, he broke his foot. And the only words that came out of his mouth that time was saying, I'm going to be fit for the World Cup. Did not mention that he was going to be fit throughout the remainder of the season with us. It was just about, make sure I'm going to be fit for the World Cup. Again, this guy spent another pretty much about 10 months in the treatment room after doing an ACL in the 2006 World Cup. But this guy just didn't give a shit at all. He did not care at all. And Shearer brings him on in the final game off the bench against Aston Villa, and he had no intention of showing up at all. As soon as that whistle blew, he was probably thinking to himself, I'm definitely jumping off ship here.
He tried to get out of it, didn't he? Didn't he try to see he had an injury, didn't he?
Yep.
Hey, Pete.
He was out with
listen, Pete. This guy, I spoke to a guy, I can remember it very well. I spoke to a guy, he's an American guy, right? And we spoke about football, yeah? And we touched on Michael Owen, right? And I've asked him the question, right? And he gave us a straight up answer. He said, I asked him, why do you think Michael Owen came to Newcastle United? Was it because Liverpool didn't want him? He said, no, I'll tell you exactly why Michael Owen went to Newcastle. Because no one else wanted him. And that just sums it all up.
This guy was stealing about 100 odd grand a week.
120. 120,000 bags a week just to fleece the football club. Yeah.
That season we went down, and you mentioned that Villa game, but before that, the last home game of the season, I remember because I was there, we played Portsmouth on a Monday night.
Yep.
And I think it was raining as well. And Owen had a great chance to score in that game, and he totally fluffed it.
Clean through.
Yeah.
He shot Tony. He shot straight the keeper. He shot straight the keeper. Do you know what I mean? And he had no care in the world. And it's not the first time he's done that. Clean through.
Yeah.
Shoots it straight at the keeper. Where's the punch? Where's the pump? Where's the frustration? Where's the anger? Where's the drive? Being told, I haven't seen it. I
don't care if he scored 2 goals against Sunderland to win us that game 2-0 in the derby, but still, he didn't give a shit at all. I mean, Chippaz.
Yeah, it was. We all thought at the time that signing was like, yes, we all thought we're getting a goal scorer in, for when Shearer retires, that we would have a goal scorer lined up and he would be the one he had to do it. But signing him was probably start of the downfall when things under Ashley started to spiral out of control, and ended up leading us to another relegation. We're first relegation, so just he didn't want to be here, he didn't care, he just, you could see that he didn't want to, he said it was just, you could see he was here for the money and that was it, and he was only here just to, that's what you get in the England team.
A guy who just completely stole a living, yeah.
It was strange. It was strange to say because the player that was at Liverpool a few years ago, he had the pace, he had everything, and this player was a shadow of himself. He just had nothing about him. Yeah, he scored goals, but he had no pace. He could barely walk. His injuries were that bad that he had at Liverpool, like with his hamstrings, that he was basically, he was a striker that couldn't really do anything but stay in the box. He couldn't do anything else.
Yeah.
Well, I think when we went down, that we moved on, did the right thing, and he went to Man U. I went as a Liverpool fan, which is quite much of a shock.
And number 2, I went with Cucci and Rutten, and number 1 is Riviere. Has to be Owen. If it gets too bad, but usually a cruelty woman cheap. Seydou Doumbia, where we had that one, had to be. To be honest, he was a good player while he was at Liverpool. He was. We went to Madrid, and the grass wasn't green from then. Injured nearly as much as Wilson, worse than Wilson even. Biggest cop womble in Liverpool, even in ahead of Jurgen Klopp. Michael Owen, totally injury-prone, awful attitude, last away game at Villa 2008-2009. Could be asked to put any effort in, truly disrespecting our club and Alan Shearer. He used to come training in a helicopter. Cockwomble, I love that way. It needs to be in dictionary to describe all Sky and TalkSport pundits. Yeah, didn't have Owen in my top 5, but him and Ranger are my least Newcastle favourite players. Philip's now off. Take care. Thanks for joining in. And again, Philip sends his wishes to you, Mason and John. He said, massive tosser. He's a tosser on a massive flop. He helped us. He helped relegate us all those missed chances. And Covey's made a good point. And he joins Man United to burn bridges with Liverpool supporters too.
Wow. Yeah, that didn't go down well at all, did it?
Where did he finish off his career off? Oh, yes, Stoke City. When you have a pacey player that loses that 3 yards of pace, he's done. If I was a Liverpool fan, he wouldn't have wanted to leave then. He's certainly never gone to Man United. Would have went to Hull instead of them or Everton. Yep. Howard Gale was shit and known to us from Liverpool and went on to Sunderland permanently. He got some stick when Beatty scored a hat-trick against the Backhams. He intimidated him that day, so well then. Agree with Chippaz there. So that's it. And for the tonight show, then, we've gone through them all. It's been a really, really cracking show. Thank you to Mason being the co-host of the channel, Tony, Chippaz, and John for jumping on tonight with their top 5. That's been brilliant. Those of you who popped them in the chat with some good ones that we haven't come up with, thank you so much. And a big thank you to our mods on the channel for what you do. Thank you so much as always. I moved on screen. He was in the... Oh, God, wacky. Next show, top 5 referees. Coffee, I think, would be there for ages. Picking those ones. 5. I mean, interesting.
Talking about referees, all referees now are going to be under scrutiny this weekend, especially in the Premier League with decisions because after what's happened with David Coote. And look, before anybody passes judgment on David Coote, I just want to say, if the guy has got an addiction with drugs or whatever, it's sad to see, and I hope he gets all the help he can.
That's what he needs.
Yeah, I think he'll probably lose his job, but then, all in honesty, he needs to get himself sorted.
Get himself sorted and get him off this and back to what you say. Next, Julie says, that's all of them, Coffee. Good, a great show tonight. Everyone should be on earlier next time. That's fine. Worst NUFC player hairstyle. Oh God, David. Next show so far scheduled is Thursday, and that's our match preview with me and Mason for the West Ham game. Sorry, show's not on Friday because I'm away to Edinburgh. So Monday night I'll be at the match, so I'll be back for the match. Quick thoughts, fan reactions. Next day will be match review and player ratings. So that's what we got coming up. But again, if we do think of anything before the preview, you will be notified. As always, Tony, what we got coming up on It's All Black and White TV next?
Well, I was supposed to be playing football tomorrow night, but that has now been called off due to the weather. because it's been raining heavy here yesterday and today. So the pitch is waterlogged. So there's no football tomorrow night now. So I may do a show tomorrow. So do keep an eye out for that. I'm also off to a match this weekend. I'm not going to reveal yet where I'm going. One place I was going to be going to this week, but obviously it ended up being fully booked, so I couldn't get there, was Bournemouth. I was going to go there for the hospitality because I was asked by the lady, would I be okay to sit with the directors of Torquay United? And I said, yeah, that would be absolutely fine, no problem. But as they booked an extra couple of places, Torquay, that got fully booked, so I ended up getting pushed out of that one. But I wouldn't have had a problem sitting with the Torquay director.
Tony, can I just say something? If you had sat with a Torquay director, you would have sat with Neil Warnock, because he's on the directors.
Is he? Oh, well, that would have been interesting, wouldn't it? That would have been interesting. That would have been very interesting to have a conversation with him and get the video with him as well. But so I'm off to a match this weekend anyway. But I'm not going to say yet, but do keep an eye out for it and watch out for the vlog. The vlogs are on the Footy channel, which is my other channel, because it's all black and white TV. It's obviously Newcastle related stuff. But for other football matters like England, things like that, that's on the Footy channel. So I will be doing a vlog this weekend, and I've got my new mic as well. So hopefully people can hear the sound better as well, which would be fantastic. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do. And also, you can obviously find me on my socials like Twitter. I'm still on Twitter at the moment, but I'm also on Blue Sky. So if you go to Blue Sky, it's the same handle as Twitter. I've got a lot of people on there who've started following me on there. I've followed John on there as well, on Blue Sky. There's John's on there as well. But there's more and more people going over there. Newcastle United have moved over to there as well.
Chippaz has had to go, but that's no problem, Chippaz.
And I don't know if anybody saw it, but Werder Bremen, the German club, have now said they are leaving X. They are leaving Twitter altogether.
Oh, wow.
Because
Who's that, Tony? Who's leaving?
Werder Bremen.
Werder Bremen.
Yeah. And St. Pauli as well.
They've gone. And if anybody doesn't realise, this is what Werder Bremen had to say. SV, Werder Bremen's executive board, have decided to end the club's presence on the social media platform X, formerly known as Twitter. Under the guise of freedom of expression, hate speech, hatred towards minorities, right-wing extremist posts and conspiracy theories have been allowed to spread on X at an incredible pace. With the recent radicalisation of the platform, a line has now been crossed for the club. The Green and Whites are here for leaving the X effective immediately and hope that our more than 600,000 followers will follow the club on Blue Sky in the future. So because there's too much race and hatred on X, that's why Werder Bremen have made the switch. And can I just say one other thing as well? You know, look, we saw the thing yesterday. Chelsea's been out and made a statement about it. And this is about the women's football team. Sam Kerr and her partner, you know, that she's expecting a baby. And while I want to say congratulations to the pair, and you know, I'm very happy for them. It is sad that they've had to turn off their comments on the feed because they've had a lot of homophobic abuse over it.
There's no need for it at all.
At the end of the day, that is absolutely disgraceful. It is two women who love each other, and at the end of the day, it does not matter how much they are. You know, it doesn't matter what people think. At the end of the day, they're having a baby, they're sharing the happy news, and they don't deserve to have that sort of backlash on there.
Absolutely not.
Shame on you.
Absolutely. Monday Night Football is shite, says Ronald. I'm glad club football is back. Been through 100 addiction myself, and Tony 100% made he needs support in the treatment. Great show, guys. Cheers so much, Ian. Great show. Cheers, Corinne. Take care, all, and absolutely not. Great show, lads. You may not see me after Hammer's game. I'll be in a corner dying of embarrassment and crying. Oh, yes, I can
Next
understand
Monday.
why, Wacky. Excellent show. Cheers so much, Julie. Unfortunately, it's the preview on Thursday. Secret location back, Tony. Well, Tony will be doing that when his vlog gets uploaded. Got snow and no shields tonight. Hopefully, my games on Saturday and Walker still go ahead. We do play on AstroTurf, to be honest. You'll be wearing your kilt in Edinburgh. Oh, God. Going live from backseat of Jesus.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Wacky.
Definitely not. Might create a Blue Sky account, would have the same username. Fair enough. Might consider Blue Skies. I'm neither left or right. Said Powley, what a joke. A lot of companies and corporates have left X now. Just seen that on Sky.
Not surprised.
And absolutely not on that one. Best fans league in the world is too many. Thanks. Best if fans in League One as it's many. It was a good one you went to. Was it
John? You've won. John, mate. You've won. John, mate. You've won plenty of titles, mate.
Is that again, Sam?
13 Premier League titles, John. John, you've won plenty of titles at your club.
Terribly
homophobic
comments on next towards Sam Kidd. Yeah, it's absolutely disgraceful.
Talk to the wrong clubs there, Mason.
And yeah, what Kovic just said, it's absolutely abhorrent that Blue Sky asked to stop reporting as it went off shots and they couldn't handle it. Did you see the Wrexham owners at the match?
I didn't, I'm afraid, mate. No, I mean, I was in the Stockport fan zone, and they all loved to ask some questions. But touched on that, Pete. Can you guys in the chat? Can you please hit the like button on the latest vlog I've done, which is the Stockport Wrexham game? It's out there. I'm only 15 away from 100 likes.
Oh, nice one there, John. And the comments came from SoKill big Twitter handlers too. That's awful. That 2024 people stuff love posts like that as well for people speaking against discrimination.
Bring me back in the 90s.
Yeah, thanks, lads. Yeah, cheers so much. I know who that is. Hey, playing on a Monday night, especially as our football training. Then Elon Musk moved to the right, hasn't he? Hit the 4-1 win for us. Yes, and if you enjoy the show, please hit the like and subscribe. Cheers, Julie. Bye, Peter, Mason, John, Tony, and all. Good, everyone, and take care. You as well, Judy. Get the kill on. Where's me? I am Brew. Gotta remember that, Archer. No place for it because of race, sexual orientation, or religion. We all need to love each other. Well said, Wacky. John, what's coming up and new content coming up on the channel next?
Thank you very much for having us on, Pete, and it's been really, really good. Well, I've got coming up, like I said, please hit the like button on my latest video. Titled called Stockport Fans Are the Best in League One, and Matchday vlog. Hit the thumbs up, and also I'm doing another video on Saturday, which is between Northampton against Cambridge United, and a hospitality vlog. And I've got a free course meal as well. Gonna have the stadium tour as well. I'm gonna walk on the pitch as well. It'd be quite early to go walk on the pitch as well, so that'd be amazing. And then also what I'm gonna do as well, obviously interview some fans, watch the match, and then after the match, I'll be straight back into hospitality and get myself sorted out as well. And just quickly as well, I'm doing another vlog as well. The following week, I'm doing 2 FA Cup games. Game between Morecambe against Bradford City. That's on the Saturday. 3 o'clock kickoff. And I'll be doing Blackpool against Birmingham City the following day, 1 o'clock. So I've got games like that. I've got many more lined up, guys. So please,
nice one. Well, nice one, John. We'll look forward to seeing those. Loving who you want and answer to no. Very well said, Julie. Yeah, just saying people saying goodbye to everyone. Remember, guys, if you have enjoyed tonight's show, give us the thumbs up. It's really important we get the likes so people know where to find us in the YouTube search results. Please smash the likes if you haven't already done so yet. And please, of course, if you're brand new to the channel, if you're not yet subscribed, and your job goes on week in, week out, hit that subscribe button. Free to do so. It does help make the channel grow. 1 hour way to 2,300. Help us get there as soon as we can. Your support is appreciated as always. Remember, Tony is streaming this to his channel. It's all black and white TV. Do drop him a subscription if you haven't already done so. And do check out John's channel as well, John Sinclair TV, with more vlogs coming up from different football games. And hit that bell notification. That does let you know whenever a live show or pre-recorded video has been uploaded. Please hit the bell to make sure you do not miss any content at all that comes out on this channel for you guys as well. If you want to give a donation, feel free. If you want to become a member, it's 99p. Hit that join button. If you are a member of the channel, you are put into a prize draw we do on the channel as well. The Premier League is back. The international break is almost over. The Premier League is back. Shame we got to wait until Monday night for our game, unfortunately. But the tune is back. We are back on Monday night. As you always keep saying, Tony.
The future's bright. The future is definitely black and white. And let's be honest. Let's all just have one thing to say here. And I just want to say, Lee Carsley, 6 games in charge. Have we seen anything different? Yes, we have. Shall I tell you what we've seen different? The man has been brave. The man has been bold. Not literally, but we know he's bold. But yes, he got it wrong against Greece at Wembley. Not playing a striker, underestimating Greece. And maybe because of what happened with George Baldock, maybe inspired them more as well. But apart from that blip at Wembley, he hasn't been afraid to give players debuts. Show England that we have strength and depth. Declan Rice, Cole Palmer, Bukayo Saka, you were not missed. We scored 8 goals in 2 games. Where were you? You were sitting at home on your asses because you couldn't be bothered to play. And I'll tell you what, you don't deserve to get back in the team straight away because, you know, yes, okay, I know on TalkSport they said Bukayo Saka should start games, but maybe bring Madueke on when defenders are tiring. But at the end of the day, I thought Carsley's done well for England. He got promoted. And look, we were all slating Kane the other night, but I tell you what, if it wasn't for that pass from Kane to Bellingham, we wouldn't have had that penalty. And then who knows if we'd have gone through that game on a draw. So look, you know, at the end of the day, we all did well. England's done well. It was great to see the 3 boys make that play on Sunday. Livramento, Hall and Gordon. Livramento helping Gordon score on Sunday as well. Made Newcastle that goal. And look, it was fantastic. And then even seeing Harwood Bellis, who wasn't even in the squad, who came in because one of them players withdrew, took his chance and scored as well. So look, the end of the day, Thomas Tuchel's got a big job on he's got a hard job on his hands because there was a lot of positives from those games. I thought Curtis Jones was excellent through them 2 games, if I'm honest.
He was.
Bellingham, we know Bellingham's world class. But I'm sorry, for me, Phil Foden doesn't walk in that team either. I mean, give me your thoughts, guys, quickly. I mean, what do you think about them?
I agree. Yes, I think it's great to see him giving some other players some opportunities, of course, as you mentioned.
Would Southgate have done this? No.
Nope, he wouldn't.
No, he wouldn't.
Or with Bellis, you said, an opportunity scores. Even Bowen, great to see him score his first ever England goal as well. Took that goal very, very well. But great to see, as I mentioned. I know they play for us, but Tino was really good. Very, very good. Lewis Hall, there's the left back. There you go.
That's
I'm not saying this again because he plays for us. There's a left back for you. That's a proper left back. There you go.
Fact.
And look at Gordon. Gareth Southgate, look what you have missed, my guy.
If I tell you what, though, now this is a good. Now this is a look at this. If after we got through the group stages in that Euros, if they got rid of Southgate and put Carsey in charge for the rest of the Euros, do you think we would have won that?
It's a possibility we could have. Yeah, even Lawrence says Carsey's been fine, but excited for Tuchel coming in. Cole Palmer was out by McDonald's when he's supposed to be injured. Considering selling Sack on FPL, our players were outstanding for England. The way did you see a picture of Gay looking at Gordon and Tino?
Yeah.
Yes, I did see that. Stuff. I hope more players have all staked their claims. Yeah, absolutely, Ronald. Anyway, guys, me and Mason will catch you back on Thursday for our match preview. Till then, everyone, see you all later. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Good night.
Away the lads.
Away the lasses. See you later, everyone. Take care, all.
Take care.
Just a thing.